It's as scary as watching your dog growl at the wall and realize he sees something you don't. Go to geico.com. See that thing I posted the other day on TikTok, that scary little video? It was so funny.
You didn't get that from me?
No, I didn't. I thought it was so funny.
I retweeted it. I thought that you saw it on my page. I was going to try and get you, but then I saw you tweeted it. So I was going to, in the break, have you watch it.
It scared me.
I wanted to record your reaction. I just scared everyone. This is incredible. This is scary.
So, I do Blazing 5 every week. Those are individual picks. Not having a great year, that's top of the hour. But what I take more pride in, actually, is making my preseason predictions. I make them in, June, July, and then I get a couple times to tweak them after camp. We didn't have training camp. We didn't have it. So here are my official predictions, and where are we right now? So let's start with the AFC. I predicted the Bills, Ravens, Colts, Chiefs would win their division. I predicted wild card, the Browns, Titans, and Steelers would be wild card teams. So right now, all of those are in play. Oh, I'm 7 for 7. Now, it should be noted, the Titans absolutely look better than the Colts. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I still think the Colts can make the playoffs. And the Steelers, this is still in play, do look like the best team in that division. But so far, I'm 7 for 7, on playoff teams. Now let's go to the NFC. It's a little dicier. I had the Eagles, the Vikings. Yeah, it was a whiff there. That's my big whiff. Eagles, Vikings, Saints, 49ers winning their division. Then the Packers, Tampa Bay, and the Seahawks being wild card teams. So where are we right now? All right, well, Seahawks, Bucks, Eagles, Packers, I'm good. Obviously, now the Bears and Rams play this weekend. One of them's going to be a fraud after the weekend. A little bit. I will say this. This is a big game for the Rams because I think Chicago defensively and coaching, Rams is a big weekend. Rams, Monday Night Football, get Chicago at home. If they don't win this game, you can kind of bail on them. They can't beat the good teams. So I also had, right now, I'm okay. Arizona, Rams, Bears would be teams I did not predict. So there we are. I will say this, though. Now, I whiffed totally on the Vikings. Total, utter whiff. In fact, they're selling off parts now and getting draft picks, so I just whiffed. The other two that I clearly didn't feel as good about, Pittsburgh and Chicago. Chicago's next three are the Rams, the Saints, and the Titans. I think they're going to go 0 for 3. That's my gut feeling. So I don't think I'm wrong on the Bears. I think the truth will come out about the Bears is they really don't have enough juice offensively to keep winning the way they're winning. Now, let's get to the Steelers. Well, you really didn't like the Steelers. Well, let's just say this. My Steeler predictions were based on two things. Number one, Lamar, Jackson, and Baltimore appeared to be getting better, and Cleveland was going to be way better. They had a good draft and good free agency. So I thought the division was going to be tougher. Also, Big Ben off an injury. I was very much a cynic on that. He's played very well. Also, I had no idea that Chase Claypool would be this good. He's been a shocking talent. But I will say this. Be very careful about the Steelers. Now, the Steelers' wins this year are against the Giants, Denver, Texans, Eagles, Browns. That's a bunch of nonsense, mostly. The next 2 weeks, at Tennessee and at Baltimore. Now, I do think they have a real good shot to win both those games. But I will acknowledge here, Pittsburgh and the Bears, I think I'll be proven right on the Bears and probably proven wrong on the Steelers. I was absolutely, utterly wrong on the Minnesota Vikings. I can totally take that. But our predictions were not that far off. Colts are not quite as good as I thought, but they're fine. And Tennessee's better than I thought. We'll find out this weekend when they play Pittsburgh. So there we are. I feel pretty good about where we're at. What's your biggest shock this year so far?
I missed on the Vikings, too. It's not that I thought the Packers were going to be bad. I just thought that everything that was going on in the offseason was going to bring them down a little bit. And because I loved the Packers last year. But, yeah, the Vikings have been awful. A disaster.
And for the record, what I always love about NFL predictions, if I would have said before the season started, Vikings will be out of it by week 6, you'd get nothing but hate mail.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we know every year there is at least one, usually 2 teams that were playoff teams that implode. And we also know there's a bad team that usually shocks us. Remember, San Francisco, before last season, was a mess.
Yep.
And I called San Francisco last year. I said they'll double their win total. And people were like, whoa, Garoppolo's no good. They end up leading the Kansas City Chiefs in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl for a while.
Yeah, I also did not predict the Texans falling apart the way that they did as well.
Who's that?
The Texans. I didn't think they were going to fall apart that quickly.
That's brutal schedule, injuries, Bill O'Brien. There you go. Blazing 5 is right around the corner on a Friday. Terry Bradshaw, Eric Mangini, 2, Bucky Brooks, Jason McIntyre. Don't give up. Feel more energized, strong, driven, lean. Visit Crazy year, first of all. It's the highest scoring year of all time. We didn't have a preseason. And it's like, the offenses are going nuts, and I tend to be somebody that likes underdogs. So I am gradually shifting to taking more favorites because I've never done that in my life. So I'm like the New York Giants. I'm getting better. It's taking me a while to catch up this year, and here we go with our Blazing 5 picks. All odds provided by Fox Bet.
That's a hot one. Let's blaze it up. Fire it up. It's Colin's Blazing 5. Packers at Texans.
Favorite pick of the week, I like Green Bay -3.5. I like good teams who get humiliated in national TV games. They are focused. They'll be ticked off. The Packers will play great this week. By the way, they have 2 turnovers all year. They were both against Tampa Bay's defense. This is a really smart, clean football team. And Texans' defense is horrific. They've given up more big plays than any NFL defense this year. And the average opposer passer rating is a 111. Okay, now here comes Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, ticked off, laser focused. Packers hammer the Texans 40-23.
Steelers at Titans.
I have a rule. Take a really good team getting points. Pittsburgh getting a couple of points. I'm going to take the Steelers here to win. Tennessee has 2 big issues. First of all, their left tackle, Taylor Lewin, is out. You do not want to be missing a Pro Bowl level left tackle against the Steelers. That is a problem. Secondly, the Titans defense is last in the NFL on third down defense. Why? They don't have a pass rush. What does that mean? People extend drives. So Tennessee is a really good football team, but I think they'll meet their match. By the way, Big Ben's having an extraordinary season. His best completion percentage, his best passer rating, his best touchdown to interception ratio. They're getting points. The Titans are missing their best offensive lineman. Steelers win a good, ugly game, 28-23. Pittsburgh Steelers go on to win.
Panthers at Saints.
I'm going to take New Orleans -7.5. That's a hook number. Everybody usually likes the team getting 7.5. I'm going to take the Saints. Here's why. The Saints, the last 4 times they've come off a bye. I like veteran quarterbacks and great coaches off a bye. They're 3-1 in those games. And Drew Brees, criticize him all you want. He's completing 71% of his throws, leads the NFL. And Carolina's defense, 5 sacks, fewest in the NFL. Carolina's defense, one of the worst on third down. But this may be the key. Teddy Bridgewater was with the Saints the last couple of years. He's now in Carolina. The New Orleans Saints have had a couple of weeks to prepare for Teddy Bridgewater, a quarterback they practice against for the last couple of years, off a bye, well-rested against a Carolina team that I think is getting better but is limited defensively. Take the Saints to win and cover 30-20.
Seahawks at Cardinals.
Seattle off a bye. The last 4 times Seattle's been off a bye, they're 4-0. Meanwhile, Arizona, a young, inconsistent team, is on a short week because they played a Monday Night Football, and a young team that beat the Dallas Cowboys, everybody's telling Arizona, you the man. And here comes Seattle, divisional game, must win, off a bye. By the way, Russell Wilson has owned no team in the NFL like Arizona. He's played them 8 times. He lost once, his first career NFL start. He's 6-0-1 since. He has rolled this team. Jamal Adams is supposed to come back for Seattle. Again, Arizona, short week, off a big emotional win, beating the Cowboys, national TV. Seattle, off a bye, veteran coach. A quarterback, Russell Wilson, that has owned Arizona. I'm going to take the Seahawks to stay undefeated 34-24.
Bears at Rams.
I'll take the Rams -6 on the last living American that likes the Rams. Okay, Chicago is limited offensively, but we thought they get Nick Foles, they'll be better. The problem is Nick has had 1 or more interceptions in 5 straight games. That's the longest streak in the NFL. It's not Jameis Winston bad, but it's not good. The Bears' offense is near the bottom in everything. 27th in scoring, 28 total, 28th rushing. It's a mess. And the Rams' defense is better than people think. They've moved Jalen Ramsey all over the field, slot, outside, allowing fewer than 20 points in their last 4 games this year. And Jared Goff, I know there's all these misgivings. Nobody likes Jared Goff. He has the highest passer rating in the NFL in the fourth quarter. I think it's a close, ugly game. The Rams pull away late. They cover the spread 28-20. More of my Blazing 5 picks. Check out all the Fox Bet social platforms. So there you go. There's my Blazing 5 picks. One of the games, and there you can take a look at them. So I like the favored Packers, the favored Saints, the favored Seahawks, favored Rams. I take the Steelers as dogs. And I am generally not somebody that takes favorites. I am not. But the league's changing. There's more offense. And, got to move around. The Rams pick, most of the wise guys in Vegas probably hate. But I think Chicago lacks juice. I think they have to make a move at the trading deadline, or they're not going to be a viable team in the playoffs if they get there. So Cam Newton, I did not pick this game this week. So